Yep, YouTube, Theme Park Bazza, and
This is Bazza.
welcome to today's vlog. It's the sun is out.
It is beautiful.
It's a glorious day here in Orlando, Florida. It's Friday afternoon. It's later in the afternoon. We've just got a cup of tea each, haven't we?
We have brew time.
Brew time, and we're going to have a little bit of a conversation with you and catch you up what's happened the last couple of weeks, because we haven't really filmed a whole vlog in the last couple of weeks, have we?
No.
We've had a lot going on, and we've been doing snippets of it to capture what we've been doing, and we'll catch up on those, and then we'll bring you into real time. Sort of 2 weeks since we did since we did the last one, and really it's because of the weather. People don't realise, unless you live here in Orlando, that you have a very small window of time to do all your outside jobs.
Yes. Before it gets too hot.
Before it gets to volcanic temperatures and you can't really do them. That window's kind of November through February.
Yeah.
And we're into February, well into February now.
Yeah.
But the challenge was, of course, November's got Thanksgiving and we were in the UK. Then you got Christmas.
Then you got Christmas.
Yeah, and then we've got a lot of rain, as you've seen in these vlogs.
A lot of rain and cold.
And cold. So a lot of the things we were planning to do got delayed. Luckily, it's been colder than normal. And so we have had a chance to catch up. What it's mean is, when is the last time we went to the park together as a couple
Together?
at the weekend?
It must be 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months since we're in the parks.
2 months ago.
Come to Orlando, enjoy the parks. But that's because every weekend either been away on trips or we've needed to get these jobs done to catch up. And as you saw in the thumbnail, we have had challenges with the pool again that we'll talk to you about. But let's catch you up. We'll go through and walk you through the things we've been doing. And yeah, is there anything else? Oh, we will tell you, we have another Monday. We have the next phase is kicking off.
Phase 4?
4, yeah. Well, we've done 3.5. We'll show you 3.5. We're phase 4.
Yeah.
We are doing on Monday. So we'll, as we get to the end of the vlog and we've talked about the pool problems, we will just give you an update what is happening this weekend and what kicks off on Monday. So without further ado, let's catch you up on what's been happening. So the first thing we actually had to deal with was the windows, wasn't it?
Yes.
So yeah, I put the ladders up out back. Remember, we'd had the windows replaced and we needed to get those painted before it got to volcanic temperatures.
Yeah, they just chipped them a bit, aren't they, when you're taking them out?
So I climbed up there, and it was a good day actually. It wasn't too windy. We just did it on I think a Saturday or a Sunday afternoon, didn't I? One of the few weekends. And I used that extension thing I put on the top of the ladders.
The bar.
Give me the bar to give me that stability when I got up there. And I got a little paint tray for putting it up there. But as you'll see as I'm doing this, there was minor damage really, wasn't there? And they had kind of filled it in up there. So what we actually did was kind of just get that little paintbrush and touch up around, and that paint was left over from when we painted. Was it last year we painted the house, or the year before?
I think it was the year before.
The year before, and they got the house painted. So did touch up on that. But it was mainly where they had that cutter, where they had that.
Well, I think they were different, not as different size, but different width a little bit, weren't they?
The windows, yeah, different heights and different widths. And some of you said, can you not do it from the inside? But the answer is no, you can't really do it from the inside. It's really an outside job, because you can't. The top part of the window is fixed, so you can't get enough angle around to get these bits at the top that you kind of reach out for. But it was the only dodgy thing we're doing this sometimes is it gets a bit windy up there, and I'm not good on ladders. No. As you'll see in a bit coming up, ladders are not my thing, and it is really not something that I really wanted to do. We've been putting this off for a while. Yeah. Over here I'm over the equipment, the pool equipment, so I wasn't too bothered about dropping paint. But as we're doing the other bits later on, you will see that
I think you got better at it as the more you did.
I think I did.
Yeah.
I think I did. Yeah. Yeah. And there was a couple of scuff marks on the top bits as well, around where the paint was, where they put the cutter on the actual paint itself. So as you see, the other corner here was a lot worse than the other, and it was like that. Some of them were good, some of them were bad.
Yeah, some of them they had been touched.
Well, you had tackled the ones downstairs, didn't you? While I was on the ones up here, sort of doing it and hitting those. But yeah, it tended to be the ones where you had to go up ladders for the ones you had to do. The ones where it was ground level, and maybe that's because it was easy for them, because they went up ladders with those big cutters. But we wanted to get these done again, because once you get to the volcanic temperatures, and the other thing is, some of these mornings it was too cold to do it. Yeah. Because the temperatures were down in like the 40s and 50s, which is like single-digit centigrade. Yeah. And you couldn't paint in those temperatures.
It's got to be above 50.
Yeah, 50 Fahrenheit.
50 Fahrenheit and above.
And above to paint. So we had most of these I did in the afternoon, when we actually put those down there. So just finishing off this, and you can't see the join when it's done. Believe me, once it's dry up
when
there.
When it's dried.
Yeah, you can't see the join, and we put those on there. But it was just a steady away, give it a bit of a dab it in, bit of dab, bit of dab, bit of dab, bit of dab, and a bit of paint. Right, so yeah, everything is looking, as I say, pretty good. It's just a matter then of climbing back. There's my little tray, my little paint tray. Just a matter of climbing back down the ladder carefully and moving it to the next spot. Though it does make it a lot easier with that stabilizer.
Yeah.
So it was a really good investment.
And a bit safer with shoes on instead of flip flops.
Yeah, you did. Wendy did convince me I needed to do that. So yeah, so forwards and on to the next one. What I did buy for the next task as well, I got these knee pads because I'm going up on the roof next, and I found last time I really hurt my knees on that asphalt tiles. So these were the ones around the front, and I actually ended up getting out the window, didn't I?
You did, because we couldn't really.
Yeah, I wasn't really comfortable getting off the ladder. We solved that later on when we did some of the front ones. But again, you see a bit of damage around there on the top. But the fact is, using those knee pads, they had friction on them, so I didn't slip. You weren't too worried, were you?
No.
Were you?
I don't like you up there.
No?
No.
No?
No, you need to be back inside as quickly as possible.
If you look through the window, you see Max is there because there she is. Yeah, with your little sunglasses on.
Yeah, I was holding the paint tray.
Giving me advice. Yeah, I think you'll see that in a minute. She was giving me the advice because yeah, it was a bit tricky, but I did learn from last time with those knee pads. They made a big difference. I got those ahead of time. Oh, missed a bit. Don't do that again. But there she is. There you are.
Holding the paint tray.
Adding value.
Yes.
Adding value to me as I finish off the paint job. But yeah, it was just steady away. I think we had, I'm not showing it all in this filming, but I think we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 windows to do.
It's quite a lot.
Yeah, obviously I'm not going to bore you with all those windows, but I think we had 9 of them to do. We're doing this. But this was, yep, there you are, doing your thing. And that was the worst. The worst damage tended to be the windowsill. That was the one that was, don't know why, because I would have thought that'd have been easy to do. But fact is, it's done. We probably won't, or we should not have to do it again for quite a while, should we?
No.
On these things, and my glamorous assistant was pointing out where I was missing bits. You missed a bit. You missed a bit.
That's my job.
Is it? Tomorrow I missed a bit.
As tray holder.
Yeah, official tray holder.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yep, that was all good. Everything looks good. And now we move on to the more tricky bit, which was actually getting up the roof on my knees and hands and knees to get to the doing my daring daredevil thing. It's quite high up there.
And steep.
To do, and steep, yeah. So we're trying to work out the best way to make that move. While you're covered in paint, because I wasn't that good at not getting covered in paint.
Even I got covered in paint.
So this was the lodge guy's room, and this is the little windows, and these don't even open the next two, do they?
No.
So the matter was, there is no option but to do it from there. And I didn't show you this step before, but obviously before we start, the pollen has really hit here now, hasn't it?
Because it's the temperature keeps going up and down.
Yeah. So as you see the ladders, by the way, there I was on top of the garage that I was getting up, but the pollen is really hitting down there. So you need to brush them down, because even like the day before they were not good. And then my glamorous assistant hands me the paint tray, and it was a matter of just going steady away. One thing I didn't realise until I went on the other side, which I didn't film in the sun, is how hot those shingles get. I was sliding up that bit on the other side, you see in the sun there, and it was really burning me.
Yeah, it was.
I should have put gloves on, but I mean, it literally was, you could sit on your bum and you could use the knee pads. But if you're ever going to go up and do roof work on these asphalt shingles in Florida, get yourself some gloves as well, because I don't know how they do it. I really don't know how these...
The roofing guys.
Yeah, the roofing guys do it, because it's really, yeah, it's tough work. And the other trick is do this like I'm doing, do it in the shade.
Yeah,
don't do it in direct, well, by the way, it'll dry too quick with the paint.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just speeded things up here because I was, yeah, you can see, you get the idea. So we just whizzed along and finished it all, give it, look at that speed, look at that, eh?
Yeah, if only it was that quick.
Yeah, if only it was that quick. And then the other thing I did while I was up here was run back down to my boss, who's waiting for me, to hand those back in. And we decided, while I'm up there anyway, because of the pollen and everything, we might as well give them a clean down afterwards. So I have like a couple of microfibers, wet one in the bag, See, I'm well
Obviously.
prepared.
So you don't get your pet.
Don't get my pants wet when I'm sat on it. And then a dry one, just to give it a clean down after. But we thought, as I'm up there anyway, why not? And that's the dry one, just give it a final wipe
They
off.
had been done before, about.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not going to get up there every week and do them, so
No.
I might as well. So we did that on all 10 windows when we were finished to kind of finish that off, and then it was back down carefully, hands and knees, to hand max the stuff and get back into the house. So there we go. Just gently let yourself back in again. Manoeuvring the butt over the sill, and yes, safe and sound back in the house again, which I think you were happy about, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Very happy.
You're on edge all the time. Yep. So that one was done. Next thing on the agenda was we went and bought a bath. No, we went and bought a toilet. Sorry, we went and bought a toilet. So we didn't show you this, but we went to Home Depot and got ourselves a toilet. This is the trolley, the new trolley. If you remember when we had the renovations last year, they stole the old one. So this is what the builder bought us to come back. So we fathomed out how to put this thing together, this new trolley. And what we did was we just nipped down to, it was Lowe's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lowe's between us, and got the same toilet that we have got from the for the other two bathrooms down there, and it fit nicely in the back of the car. There was no real problems, was it? We just folded stuff down and then did a little bit of a jiggle to get it out. So this was like another 15 golf ball. Is it 15 golf ball or tennis ball toilet, whatever they call it? So Tessa had no problems standing that in full size, and then with my glamorous assistant, who pointed out, yeah, there's another hole there.
Yeah,
put your fingers in that one as well.
There's two holes.
Instead of trying to do it with one, yeah, I remember that. So come on, Max, get it a lift. Go on, girl. Go on, girl.
Wrong side.
Yeah. Well, we had to swap sides, did we? Yes. See, it wasn't.
My arms weren't long enough to go right round it.
Get the angle of dangle, and then just throw it onto the trolley. Believe me, trolley's coming quite useful for shifting a lot of heavy stuff, hasn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, like you saw with some of the other stuff we were shifting the other week, and then just wheel it back. And this, we'll talk more about this at the end of the vlog, but of course this is what we're talking about with the renovations that are going to be starting on Monday. I mean, this was the last big thing. There was one more thing to come, but that was the last big thing that we needed to bring into the garage. And I think we just stuck it next to the bath. I mean, this was maybe a week or 2 weeks ago. We put this next to the bath, didn't we? That's all the other stuff there you see in the boxes. That is ready to go upstairs. We're not going to take it upstairs, we'll let them do it. But if you saw our vlog, I'll put a link into that one about the delivery people. Yeah, that was another one of those delivery things that did not go to plan. Yeah, as we would say. Oh, the thing is as well, Max ordered a ton of mulch from Lowe's or Home Depot, because when we had the pool in, we had the whole front lawn dug up, and you also got some new lights as well. They're not there, but you got some new lights. And then what we did the same day is we put that black strip back around, didn't we? That we did, that curly strip, and the white stones. So you remember this, and the plant. You remember this from last time, but everything was kind of gutted. And then a few hours later, and a bit more dirtier later, we dumped all the mulch out and did it nice, except 3 bags. Because that bit at the end there, that's where there is a bush going. Because that's what crazy Scottish name's going to put a bush in to replace it. And these are the lamps that she did get from Walmart, didn't you? In the end.
Walmart, yeah.
Yeah, Walmart, and we put those out the other night actually. This is more like real time, where we put those out. They're quite nice, don't they? Yeah, quite solar lights. So the other thing that we have had done is, and I don't know if you noticed it when we came through the front, but we've had the patio door replaced. We were going to do it last year when we did the windows, but it was too expensive. Didn't have enough money to do it. But once the windows were done and we got our budget for the pool and everything, we decided to go ahead and get the patio door done. So we contacted the same company that we had before. It was way back. When did we order it? We ordered it probably in October, November time.
No, it wasn't that far back.
So no, yeah, I think it was. I think they take 12 weeks to deliver it, and we would have had it installed a couple of weeks earlier, but they asked us if we wanted to wait for Chris, the guy who put the windows in, who we were very happy with, and yeah, we did wait for Chris. He got delayed a couple of times.
Yeah, he got delayed a week, didn't he?
Yeah.
He should have been in the week before.
Yeah. And so he and the guy turned up. What time did they turn up?
It wasn't late. time did you turn up? 9?
9 a.m. One morning with a door, and take a look at this.
I was quietly protective of my heart to reassure that I couldn't break to pieces and be left alone once more. If you hadn't been so patient, you'd be easy to ignore. You put up with all my till you didn't anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now we're singing. I have been too self-involved, been protective of my feelings, but somehow you made me fall. You got underneath the surface and you shattered every wall, and I know I got...
So yeah, the door is looking good. We don't need to use that security bar anymore because it's got a new latching mechanism where you can't prise the door off the rollers.
Yes, you can't lift it up and
you can't lift it up, and it weighs a ton, doesn't it?
Yes.
It does weigh a ton. We'll show you it at the end of the vlog as well. But one thing we have noticed is it's quiet.
It's very quiet.
We can't hear the pool anymore, like we used to hear it.
Yeah.
You know, when you hear the water running, even you with your bat ears,
With my bat ears, yeah.
you can't hear
I
it.
can't hear it inside.
So what do you think of the door? It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought it'd make it look smaller because it's like wider
Yeah.
trim round it and things, so you don't get quite as much glass.
Mhm.
But it actually looks bigger. When
Yeah.
you come, it actually makes it look bigger. I don't know how.
Taller.
Like,
Yeah.
whether it's more like a feature now than
Yeah.
just trying to blend into the background and not doing very well at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. It's good.
Yes. So we talked a while ago about we would probably have to empty the pool.
Yes.
You heard us in a previous vlog. Now, before we get into that, you might want to explain to people why, because I know a lot of people will have their own input into this. Try this, try that. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? So a couple of updates for you. We have owned the pool before for 15 years in Virginia. It wasn't a brand new pool like this, but we have owned...
It wasn't as complicated.
It was complicated, or a brand new one.
Or a brand new one.
And remember, we are following another couple who installed this same type of pool from the same company 6 months before us. So we are sharing common experiences. Now, what Max has is a tester. I don't know if you've got one where it is around here, but it has a tester, and it's like how many?
Just little strips.
There's like 7 parameters you have to check.
Yeah.
Balance.
Chlorine, free chlorine, hardness, calcium levels, the acid level, pH, things like that. So
all those have to be checked, and they have to be in balance with each other. We were having a problem with, what was it, Max?
Cyanuric acid.
Cyanuric acid. So somebody said, well, put alkaline in, but if you put more alkaline in, then your pH goes out.
Yeah.
Because it's like levers. You move one, another one moves.
Finally balance it.
And what was the problem? Where was that acid coming from?
When they built the pool, they said it was probably going to need draining because it comes from the plaster, the new plaster. As it cures, it like puts all the calcium out, and you can get like shards of calcium build up, and that also produces the acid.
Acid.
So
yeah, and these other people are 6 months ahead of us. We spoke to them, and they've dumped the water from their pool twice already. Now, you don't empty it to the ground.
No.
You're taking it down a couple of feet to drain it, and the reason for that is you're putting fresh water. You just can't
basically you're diluting it. You can't take the cyanuric acid out with chemicals. You've got to dilute the water. So the only way to do that is to drain it 18 inches to 24 inches and then put fresh water in.
Yeah, and that would then dilute the acid that's in the rest of it, but then you have to top up the chemicals and all that stuff that's in there as well.
Then you've got to balance it again.
Yeah. So let's watch what we did with this. The first thing we had to do was kind of work out how to drain it, and we contacted the pool people, and they said attach a hose to where the water goes into the main pump that we run. And there was a green hose there that they left us, it wasn't ours, that I wired into that, as you say, plumbed into that. And the idea is then you just run the pump as normal, but open that tap, and then this hose you then obviously take and it dumps the water out towards the lake. So it's just run as normal, and just let it run out, and eventually it will go down. So we ran that all the way down kind of to the side of the lake to give us a, just let it run off somewhere, didn't you?
Yeah.
You were happy watering the grass with it. The thing I didn't realise about this, is I didn't really think about, it was their hose, and it was a cheap hose, and it was a small bore hose. When I got the hose for the pool, I got one that's a 3/4 inch diameter, so it would fill it up quickly. This was only like a 1/2 inch diameter one, and we didn't realise what a difference that makes.
Yeah.
Because the volume
Time-wise.
of water, we were only dropping I don't know what it was, like
an inch.
we were only dropping, wanting to drop it like a foot, what was it, a couple of feet of water.
Yeah.
But oh my goodness,
Took 24 hours.
yeah, it was like
Basically.
24 hours. If I come down here and you see the trickle that's coming out of there, then yeah, it was not great. In fact, after we've been doing it for quite a few hours, I did contact our friends about it, and what they said is, and you can see the pool here as it was coming down. Go into the app, and then you can actually go into the menu system in the app, as you'll see here, and you can go into something to the variable speed pump, which is the pump that we have, and you'll see filtration is actually our pump. And what it says in there, and I have to Google this because we didn't know, it says the speed is set at 2850, which is the lowest speed it can go. This thing will go up to 3400, so I set it up to 3300, which is like, you know, near the top end of the speed. Save it and save it. And what that actually did then was the pumps faster, and then once it was done, I put it back down to 2850, which is the normal running speed of the pump. But what it did was actually speed things up significantly, didn't it? It did actually speed things up significantly. Then once it was out, what I did, we got the hose pipe, the one that we had originally, which was the green one, which was the bore one, the one that was a thicker bore. Yeah, and the difference was amazing. That thing filled it up at don't know. Well, first of all, is we plugged it in. People have commented on this before. The spigot I'm using for that is the one that bypasses the water softener.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll be using all the salt in the water softener. So that's basically the only hose outlet that bypasses it. And then that thing, how long did it take to fill it back up again?
5 hours.
5 hours, and it took us a day and a half to empty it. So that'll give you some idea around the difference in the big bore pipe. So if you're going to do this, and I said to other people who are getting pools, make sure you get this. I think 3/4 inch is the biggest you can get to go on those type of spigots. But it was amazing how quickly.
We were shocked.
It was like before we went to bed. Like before we went to bed, it was done. So there you go. That's caught you up on the last 2 weeks. Let's just let's go around together and just look at a couple of other things to update you on, and we will finish off with the next phase, starting on Monday. Come on, let's have a look around at a couple of these things to update you on. So the pool is back up. How's it doing now on the chemical, on the balancing?
The acid went down significantly.
Yeah.
So we might need to do it again because it's not in the ideal place yet. Let's put it that way.
So we may have to do that again, but it's good enough to swim in again now. I've turned the pump off just to keep it quiet while we're filming. Out here, what I did get as well, I talked about these big bore things, is I did get a bigger bore hose. So if we have got to do this thing again, it's not quite as long, it'll only go about halfway down there, but it'd be alright, won't it?
Yeah, it should be.
So, but it should empty it in a lot faster time.
Yeah.
So, got it off Amazon, that, just ordered it. It's worth getting if you're going to do one of these things. Other things that have happened today, actually. So you may notice these black stickers on the floor.
Pieces of tape.
Pieces of tape.
High tech.
I called the people who put the pavers down because a lot of these were starting to lose chunks out of them. And as you can see, there's quite a few pavers that are they actually marked. So they're going to come back wherever these black pieces of tape are. They're coming back next week to replace the pavers all the way around that are got chunk. Like here's an example, like this thing here. You see how it's a, I don't know if it's a defect in manufacturing, but it's all covered under warranty. They're just going to come back and replace all that for us. So that happened today. Here's the door. You show everybody the door. So it is obviously it's the same size as the other one. It's a little more, glass is more reflective. So, and this is probably the biggest impact in the room to save us energy. It's a heavy one though, isn't it? And if you want to know the details, that's the U factor, solar heat coefficient. And I've just done my tax returns, and I do get a credit for doing that on the tax returns as well. We also put the alarm on, the same alarm that's on the other windows. And what else happened today, Max? We had the inspection, didn't we?
Yep, we had the inspection and it passed.
Passed with flying colours.
Flying colours.
So again, they come and check all these screws, check they're all in. And then we have the trim bits. If you wondered what all this lot was down here. Yeah, there's all these trim bits here that have to, and the kick plates for the bottom, that have to go on. They're coming back on Monday to do that and put that in. So things are moving quite quickly on that side of things. But yeah, it looks quite big, doesn't it?
It is big.
Yeah.
96 inches tall.
Yeah, it's quite tall. But it should make a big difference to the... you can see the difference in the camera to the reflective thing it's got on to keep the heat out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that should be one thing done. And then another thing we had this week is we had some... While I was working upstairs, we had some folks in to move the vanities upstairs.
We did.
How did that go?
Gosh, they were heavy.
Yeah.
I didn't do it, but it was hard work.
I think they flipped them end over end in the end.
Yeah,
didn't
they were too heavy to push up, too heavy to carry up. There were 3 guys, and they just had to be. We took all the drawers out, and they were still too heavy to push up or pick up. So basically, they had to tumble them up the stairs.
Yeah.
Which was nerve-wracking to say the least.
But they made it undamaged.
They survived.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not. I think it might need some touch-up.
But the touch-up did arrive, did it not?
The touch-up did arrive. I'm not sure if it's the same colour yet. I think it is.
Yeah.
But we won't know until we try it.
We're going to show you those. So for once, this area is clear again, where everything was, where it's been for the last month. Because on Monday, they start on...
The master bathroom.
Bathroom, the master bathroom, yes. They're coming first thing Monday morning with the skip. We're going to have another skip out front again for a while. And this is where they ended up putting the vanities, top of the stairs.
Basically because they couldn't carry them anymore.
Yeah, I don't know how the guy who's putting them in is going to do it. There's only 2 of them.
I don't know.
Putting it in, but they're going to come and demo the bathroom on Monday, Tuesday. Here's where we put the rest of the drawers and all the taps and all the stuff that we need. So yeah, that's about it, isn't it? Caught everybody up. So, and the other thing is, this weekend we're going to move into the lodge guy's room, and we're going to use the spare bathroom. There is a method to our madness. That's why we got the spare bathroom renovated first. Before this one, because we know we're going to be out of our bedroom for probably
3 weeks.
3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So we're going to go on the weekend. We're going to move all our clothes and all the things we need, so we don't have to go back in the master bedroom.
No.
And if you remember the vlog where we got the tile done up here, I'm going to put those cardboard things again in the vents over the weekend to stop any dust from going into the AC system. I'll block them off. The one up here. We did it once before when we were doing it. You know, if you watch that vlog. So that's about it. That's caught you up. That's probably 2 or 3 weeks worth of work in a single vlog, but it was just we were just busy.
Yeah.
Busy trying to get it done, because today the temperatures are into the 70s, 80s. We're kind of coming out of that cool period now.
Yeah.
But fingers crossed, with the garden done, the painting done, the windows done, we've got everything, and we bought all the bits.
Yeah.
We're good now for inside work for a while, and then once he's done that, he'll do the next phase, a little bit on the stairs that we asked him to do, and then we're into carpet and paint and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, stay with us. Next vlog you will see, well, maybe not the next one, but one of the next ones we will, because we'll probably have to film that over several weeks as well, is the demo of the master bathroom.
Not looking forward to it again.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not looking forward to it anymore.
I know. It's the last one.
I know, it's the last major thing inside. I was just saying to some friends earlier on that when we did the pool, that was the least stressful.
Yeah, because there was nobody in the house.
Because it was all outside.
Yeah.
And they came and went as they wanted to. But when it's in the house, it's a lot different story.
Yeah, for a month.
Yeah.
But we're going to live at that end of the house, and at least we don't... A year ago, we were in Airbnbs.
We were.
As they were doing the downstairs. Just over a year ago since they started on the house. And I reckon we have another 6 months to go to do this and then finish the garage off and having paint and the carpets. But this is the last big one that we'll have to do, and then we can sell the house and move.
No, we're not selling the house.
Right, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed catching up with us on all the home renovation stuff over the last few weeks. If you like what we do, please like and subscribe. It does help the channel. Stay tuned and we'll keep you updated as we make progress. And we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.